Oh man, people, when you're right, you're Bond. Because I'm rarely, if ever, wrong. Now, before we get into this video, I'd like you to check out my channel. Check out my prior videos, including City Skylines 2, Paradox Interactive should be embarrassed, my MechWarrior 5 Mercenaries, Best Mechs, Clan Weapons, Variants Loadouts, Part 2. And most importantly, Xbox gamers are upset and jealous that they have no games. They are forming that pirate booty clan called Baroque Works. And yeah, they've been crying up and down Twitter all last week, making videos crying, whining, complaining. These losers can't even afford a camera because everybody who types to me, everybody who DMs me, everybody who makes a video out on me, for some reason, they look like John Cena. I can't see them. Anyway, be sure to check out the Weapon Wheel Patreon. 542 members going strong. Be sure to check out my Twitter over at the Black Burai, aka Black Evil, because you'll get to see all the little precious, soft social rejects crying about me all across the timeline each and every day. But today's video will be Sony confirms delays to half its planned live service games. But before we even get into that, I would just like to say I made this video 1 month ago, the real reason Jim Ryan retired. Go ahead and check that out. And in my reasoning for that video, my man got when the getting was good. He got out while he was on top. Sometimes you got to know when to hold him. You got to know when to fold him. When you're up, you got to get up and leave the table. And that's what Jim Ryan did. It's no secret. I said that they're having problems with these online service games. They're having problems with Factions 2. They're having problems with consistent release dates. They're having problems and problems and problems. And Jim Ryan did not want to be around to see all these multiplayer games flop and fail. He did not want to be around for Factions 2 being put on ice. So what did he do? He got out while he was on top. Like a smart person would. But no, I'm a Sony fanboy. I'm an Xbox hater. I didn't just make that video. I did not predict the downfall of Sony's meager multiplayer aspirations a month ago, a year ago, a decade ago. No, these are things I've never talked about in the past. So just to confirm what I said a month ago, Sony confirms delay to half its planned live service games. 6 still to be released by 2025. Sony has halved the number of live service games as plans released by 2026 from 12 to 6. That is 50%, just around the same metric that Bungie missed their projections on. Back in 2022 of February, Sony said it aimed to launch over 10 live service games. The news came days after it acquired Destiny developer Bungie. And we see what's going on in Bungie. They're laying people off. They're firing people. They're missing projections. They're just not doing anything right currently. One of the 12 games is Naughty Dog's The Last of Us multiplayer game, which is still in development, but needs more time. It needs more time, but yet it's roller skating and skating on ice, on thin ice, like it's in the NHL. I was going to make a joke, but you know what? I'm not going to make that one joke. If you're thinking about it, you probably already know what it's going to be. So they say it's going to be a phenomenon of live service games that has, in a very large part, fueled the enormous growth in the gaming industry that we've seen over the past 10 years. I think the trend towards live service will continue, and if you look for a model in our category of entertainment which supports sustained engagement over a long period of time, live service games arguably fit the bill better. And then Jim Ryan retired. Lion Jim Ryan retired. And it's so funny because all this talk about multiplayer and live service games, right? They bought in Bungie to handle this, right? Bungie reportedly warned employees of sharp drop in Destiny 2 popularity prior to layoffs. Today is a sad day at Bungie as we say goodbye to colleagues who made all significant impact on our studio. What these exceptional individuals have contributed to our games and Bungie culture has been enormous and will continue to be part of Bungie long into the future. Microsoft, you might need to hire these people. Yes, these people from Bungie, you probably should give them a job and put them on Halo. That would be the smartest thing you could do. As IGN report last night stated, the Bungie has taken responsibility for the layoffs rather than being part of a wider Sony directive to cut costs. The dwindling number of people who have been playing Destiny 2 was to blame, alongside disappointing pre-order numbers for next year's climatic expansion, The Final Shape. More like the final flop. 100 employees laid off, approximately 8% of its 1,200 strong workforce. I mean, Bloomberg's reporting on it. The slump is said to be due to Destiny. I mean, Bloomberg says that layoffs are part of the larger money-saving narrative as PlayStation, which has resulted in job cuts alongside Media Molecule, Naughty Dog, as well as other areas of business. I mean, sad day in gaming. I don't know what's going on right now, but actually we do. This is why sales matter, people, and why Game Pass really isn't helping. Bungie delaying Destiny 2 expansion, and Marathon released layoffs. And you know what? Marathon ain't exactly doing good either. I remember seeing a tweet where Homeboy was like, yeah, let's get some Battle of Tarkov people to play Destiny, and would you leave Tarkov for Marathon? And they said, no, Marathon is boring. So, this is not looking good. I mean, even Epic Games cut 830 people. CD Projekt Red cut 100 people. Niantic laid off 230 people. There are layoffs everywhere in the gaming industry. So for all the people that say sales don't matter, for all the people happy to pay your $1 a month or whatever you Baroque Works people pay to play your Xbox games, yeah. Sales matter. Revenue matters. Profit matters. Hopefully these companies can make money a legitimate way that doesn't screw over the consumers. But at the end all be all, not a good look for Sony. So, as always, it's been like I've been saying for the past year. Microsoft dropping the ball. Sony dropping the ball. You know who's not dropping the ball? Ironically, Nintendo.